all's fair in love and basketball. Or is it really? I have always had interest in entertainment as a kid. So when I went to college at HBU, I took cinema courses, participated in the Verbal Wings Improv comedy, as well as joined the Satellite, student magazine for students by students, where I wrote articles regarding cinema and analysis. Then after I graduated, I've devoted myself to doing movie reviews on YouTube. And on my YouTube platform, my critique comes from observance, as well as the fact that entertainment is not just entertainment, that it also plays into power structures in our society. Movie reviews, when done this way, can be enlightening. And that's where I come in, with entertainment laced with education. That's what I'm about. Hello everyone, my name is Gabriel Hood and welcome to another round of movie reviews. If you enjoyed my review on The Fugitive, thank you. Today, we are going to review Love and Basketball. Love and Basketball is a classic romantic sports film with elements of comedy and drama starring Sanaa Lathan and Omar Epps. The film revolves around two people, a boy and girl, who grow up with a mutual love for the game of basketball. As they navigate through high school, college, and the pros, they develop a romantic relationship for one another. Two questions remain. Can they make their relationship work? And can they balance that out with making their dreams come true in playing basketball? Love and Basketball begins as Monica Wright and Quincy McCall are young children. And when they first meet, Quincy is shocked to find out that Monica is as equally talented as he is at basketball. So much to the point that when Monica is about to beat Quincy in the game, Quincy resorts to violence.
Check for you. Oh. Dang! She dogged you, man. Shut up. One zip. Lucky. My girl's like candy too. She loves me high up off my feet. She's so fine, acting big. I know this girl is definitely candy girl. Oh. Your love's so weird. You're a special treat. Candy girl. All I want to say, when you're with me, you're brighten up my day. Look, I got it. Told you I was nice. I'm gonna be the first girl in the NBA. No, I'm gonna be in the NBA. You're gonna be my cheerleader.
Which unfortunately shows that despite his young age, he has some very outdated attitudes about gender roles, which Monica will challenge throughout the film in regards to her passion for basketball. Quincy is upper class as his father is a professional player for the Los Angeles Clippers, while Monica is in similar social status as her father works at a bank. But the most important parental relationships that the characters share is Quincy with his father and Monica with her mother. But one day, as they have their first day of school together, they share their first kiss, which turns into a physical altercation when Monica prefers to ride her own bike instead of riding backseat on Quincy's bike.
Ready?
Oh, sweet thing. Oh, you know everything. Yes, you are.
Wait, cause you're my girl now, you gotta ride on my bike.
But I want to ride my own bike. My dad always drives my mom.
So?
So that means I have to ride you. Come on.
I don't have to do what you say.
Forget you then, stupid.
You stupid, and your dad plays for the worst team in the NBA.
What?
Last time they won, Dr. J was a nurse.
Shut up. I don't want to be your boyfriend anymore, you ugly dog.
Why don't I want to be your girlfriend, big head?
Get off me!
So the second quarter of Love and Basketball shows Monica and Quincy as seniors in high school and stars of their respective basketball teams. On the men's side, Quincy gets lots of attention because of his star power on the court, and even more so because of his father having played professional basketball. Therefore, he is guaranteed to be recruited for college. Monica, on the other hand, struggles to have that same blessing because when she's on the court, she's so passionate, the referees call technical foul, and that highlights the sexism in sports as Monica gets penalized for showing some of the very types of aggression that are otherwise rewarded in male players. And Monica's passion for basketball, again, is a source of tension between her and her mother, who suggests that she be more feminine. And after a while, Monica gets it together. And while her team does go to the championship, unfortunately, she falls short, leaving Quincy devastated as well as he believed in her talent. But eventually, they go to the spring dance, after which romantic sparks fly between them. So the third quarter of Love and Basketball finds Monica and Quincy in their freshman year of college as an official couple. However, the very same issues present themselves on a grander scale. While Quincy instantly finds success on the court and is likely to go pro, Monica has to struggle for playing time. However, things get very ugly when Quincy finds out that his father has been having entanglements.
You disloyal, fool-ass, bitch-made punk.
And this comes at a very crucial time when Monica finally earns her place on the court. So while she needed support in that regard, Quincy also needed his emotional needs fulfilled. Which leads to the very big complication is one night, Monica cannot miss curfew. And Quincy unfairly asks her to do so, not taking into consideration that her missing curfew will cause her to forfeit the starting spot that she finally earned. And that's a big issue for me, because Monica offered to compromise by continuing the conversation in her dorm room, which may or may not have been against the rules, I don't know. But it was a compromise nonetheless. If I were in that situation, I would have encouraged my girlfriend not to miss curfew. Come and check on me, do a phone call, continue the conversation another day, and go from there. So at their respective games, Quincy is not focused. And understandably so, because of the mess he's dealing with from his father, while Monica leads her team to victory. And in spite of this, unfortunately, Quincy cannot fully support her because he feels she wasn't giving him enough emotional support. But she was giving as much as she could. She just had as much responsibility as you. And to add insult to injury, he blatantly cheats on Monica in front of her.
You're an idiot!
You mean to tell me you're angry at your father for cheating on your mother, but you're gonna disrespect Monica and other women? Just because you feel Monica wasn't giving you enough emotional support? She could not miss curfew. She was giving you as much emotional support as she could.
Stop it. Get some help.
which is followed by another argument with Monica that leads to their breakup. Quincy ends up dropping out of school to turn pro, while Monica stayed in college and had a successful college basketball career. And to be blatantly honest, at that point, Monica should have just forgot he existed because from the very beginning, Quincy was giving off some huge red flags.
'Cause I knew you were trouble when you walked in.
So the fourth quarter of the movie finds Monica playing professional basketball in Barcelona, Spain, as the WNBA had not been established yet. She leads her team in the victory, but finds that her love for basketball was not the same as it is before. Partly because Quincy has been out of the picture for 5 years. Meanwhile, Quincy has been in the professional leagues for that amount of time, bouncing from team to team, till he finds himself substituting for the Los Angeles Lakers. And while he makes an impressive slam dunk, he injures himself.
Sit down. Be humble. Bitch, sit down. Be humble.
And Monica flies back to Los Angeles to visit him. And she had every intention of fully rekindling their relationship. Come to find out, he is engaged to Tyra Banks' character, which leaves her completely devastated. So after visiting Quincy at the hospital, she has a similar conversation with her mother, admitting that she didn't feel supported by her mother in regards to her passion for basketball. And it's only when Monica's mother sees that she's not happy without either basketball or Quincy that her mother encouraged her to fight for what she loves. Which leads to Monica and Quincy having an emotional one-on-one match. And although Quincy wins, he chooses Monica with 3 words: double or nothing. And Monica finally gets her happy ending as the WNBA is established. She makes her dream come true. She and Quincy get married. She plays her first game, and he cheers her on. So my closing statement is, Love and Basketball is one of the best black films of the 2000s. It shows successful black people without making too much of a big deal about it. And it shows relationships and its complexities, which I liked, as well as the message about gender equality and fighting for your dreams. And for the teenagers out there, you should watch this movie with your parents so that you can know the do's and don'ts of dating and relationship, as well as encouraging women and girls to follow their passion, regardless of the status quo. Because after all, human beings should not be divided on certain things like their race, their gender, or whatever. And we have a long way to go. But for now, thanks for watching this review. Peace.